Hello sweet people, I'm Piczxl and welcome to the channel. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. Dune Part 1 and 2 are my favorite movies of all time. When Part 1 released, it was COVID, so I watched it at home. I really wished I watched it in theaters for the first time, but I was absolutely blown away by it. I fell in love with it immediately. It got me to read the books. Then Part 2 released, and let me tell you, the first time I watched it in IMAX, it was like a religious experience. I saw it a total of 3 times in IMAX. I really wish I would have seen it more, but it made me feel like I was watching Star Wars or Lord of the Rings for the first time. Now, I was born in 1999, so I was too young to fully appreciate those movies when they were first coming out. And I remember thinking to myself before Dune came out that I wouldn't get to see movies like those at an age where I could fully appreciate them. I really didn't think we would get another franchise like that with such an epic scale. But Dune has been very influential on me. If you don't know, I'm a portrait photographer, and after seeing Dune Part 2, I set up a couple of photo shoots where I tried to recreate some of the scenes from the movie, such as Fade Routha's arena entrance. I literally got a guy to shave his entire head, his hair, his eyebrows, his facial hair, everything, just for the shoot. I have one of those photos hung up on my wall. So when I tell you I love these movies, I really mean it. Now, I'm very new to YouTube. I just started a couple weeks ago, and on the channel I do Let's Plays. But when I found out the Dune Messiah trailer was dropping today, I knew I had to film my reaction for it. So without further ado, let's watch it. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
Ganima?
Her name should be Ganima.
Ganima.
She would need to be strong, like her mother.
Oh my god.
What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto.
Leto. Oh my god, I literally have chills.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
Oh my god.
War feeds on itself.
Alia. Oh, the chant?
The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back.
Rulin? Is that a guild navigator? Scytale?
I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
Still going.
How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
Damn. Oh my god. Oh, Duncan! Oh man, Robert Pattinson looks amazing as Scytale.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Oh my god! Holy crap. That was absolutely amazing. What a great first trailer. Holy crap. Now, I want to run back through it real quick because there's a couple things that I saw that were really intriguing. Honestly, I want to jump right into spoilers. So if you're not familiar with the books or you haven't read them, go ahead and click away. But first off, seeing the scene with Paul and Chani talking about what the names of their children are going to be, Leto and Ganima, is absolutely amazing. Children of Dune is one of my favorite books from the series, and seeing the evolution of Leto as a prescient child, then turning into the God Emperor, is absolutely insane. One of the things I was really hoping we would see with this movie, and it looks like we're going to see some of it, is the holy war, the jihad that Paul takes the Fremen on throughout the galaxy, throughout the universe, really. Because Dune Messiah doesn't really have a lot of war scenes. It really talks about it a lot through reflection. Paul and the others remembering what it was like going to war during the jihad. But Dune as a movie is perfect to show what the holy war was like as they were fighting it. Anya Taylor-Joy as Alia is one of the greatest castings I've ever seen. I don't think there's a better choice for the character. She has such a unique look to her. And in the books, Alia is so entrancing and so eerie. People have this like uneasy feeling when they're around Alia, especially since she grew up a prescient child, already having millions of years worth of memories as a young child, actually in the womb, being conscious and aware and having all those memories. I'm really excited to see her relationship with Paul and her inevitable spiral into insanity. One thing I am also super excited for is to see more of the Spacing Guild. They were really absent in the first two movies, and in the books, they really played a large part because if you don't know, there's multiple factions in Dune and each kind of work independently with each other, even though they all cooperate to a certain degree. Like you have the Imperium and the Bene Gesserit who serve as advisors to all the great houses and steer the politics of the Imperium. But then you also have the Spacing Guild, which works independently of the Imperium and the Bene Gesserit. And of course, their interest is to keep the spice flowing because they need it to navigate the stars, but they don't necessarily work for the emperor. They don't serve him per se. They really just serve money and spice. One thing I'm really hoping we're going to see, and it looks like they're teasing it a little bit with that coffin-like thing, which I'm assuming is a guild navigator. I really want to see Denis Villeneuve's depiction of space travel. The only time we really got to see space travel in Dune was from David Lynch's film in the 80s, which was really weird, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool depiction of space travel, but I'm really excited to see Denis Villeneuve's take on it. Man, and Robert Pattinson as Scytale, again, such a great casting. Robert Pattinson has had such a come up in his career in films like The Lighthouse, The Batman, Mickey 17, just to name a few. He really stepped away from the shadow of Twilight, which I know is really hard to do for some actors, but he has really become one of my favorite actors. Man, and these guys in what looks like almost samurai armor is super cool, and it looks like they're fighting the Fremen on a different world. Again, I can't wait to see the jihad play out. Man, and this shot of Alia, I'm assuming preaching to all the Fremen. I mean, just the set design is insane. Again, it's on an epic scale that you don't see in movies today. The dress, the costume design is absolutely stunning. I can't wait to see more of Alia in this movie. Yeah, and this scene right here, which, again, I'm assuming this is the Guild Navigator about to start faster than light travel. And I know in Dune Messiah, again, it's been a while since I've read Dune Messiah, so I probably forget a couple things here and there, but I know that the plot of the book is really a plot to kill and assassinate Paul Atreides, and one of the members of that plot is a guild navigator. So I'm glad they're not excluding that. It is one of the weirder parts of the books. The Spacing Guild is a very weird but very interesting part of the Dune universe, and it's so cool seeing Jason Momoa return as Duncan Idaho. Again, if you've never read the books, Duncan Idaho plays a massive part in all of Dune. Really, I think he's the only character to survive the entirety of the books, even though I know he dies in the first one, and then it's his Gola that returns in the next ones. But getting to see his relationship with Paul in Dune Messiah is going to be amazing. Also getting to see the influence of the Bene Tleilax with Duncan as a Gola and Scytale the face dancer. It looks like when Duncan and Paul first meet, they're going to have a fight, which is going to be really cool to see. We see a glimpse of it here. Man, and Chani looks rough. It looks like she's been just roughing it in the desert. I'm really wondering how they're going to bring her and Paul back together, because as we know with Dune Part 2, she's not happy with Paul at all. But at the end of the day, they're supposed to have 2 children together. So seeing how Denis Villeneuve is going to make them reunite is going to be really interesting. I wonder how he's going to do it. God. And this scene, one of my favorite scenes from Dune Part 2, which is mirrored and kind of referenced by this scene here, is when Paul is climbing up the canyon to address all the Fremen and say, "Long live the fighters," and then hold up his knife. And then seeing everyone else do it in unison. So seeing this massive, I don't know if it's just the Fremen or if it's an army, but it is like the scale of this movie looks insane. It looks absolutely amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And at first I was really concerned with how Paul was going to look, how Timothy was going to look with a shaved head, but I think he looks amazing. I think it looks great. I think it's a really cool choice having Paul shave his head, kind of being reminiscent of his Harkonnen ancestry, because as we know, Paul commits atrocities worse than genocide in Dune Messiah. So to see him kind of embrace that Harkonnen side of him is going to be really cool to see. Man, and to end the trailer with a shot of Chani, just like they did in Dune Part 2, man, it gives me chills again. Y'all, I really think Denis Villeneuve is about to make the greatest sci-fi trilogy of all time. Already, from the little bit we've seen, this is going to be absolutely epic. I have no doubt that it's going to live up to my expectations. Whether or not it's going to be better than Dune Part 2, in my opinion, we have yet to see. I can't wait to see more from this film. But yeah, guys, I'm super curious to see what y'all think about this trailer. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited about Dune Part 3? What do you think of Timothy with a shaved head? And what are you looking forward to most in this movie? Thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said at the start, I am a Let's Play YouTuber, and I'm currently playing through Resident Evil Requiem right now. And at the time of filming this, we're about 3 days out from Crimson Desert, which I am extremely hyped for. So if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. But again, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm super excited for this movie. And yeah, y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace.